Once upon a time, in a land where tales are bland and uninteresting, with not enough
You're not even
butts-
going to explain what we're doing?
I'm gonna get into it, you fool!
Give him some room, God.
Oh, Josh! Fucking buzzkill.
Continue.
Let's start over. Leave all this in, but start over.
Once upon a time, in a land where tales are bland and uninteresting, with not enough butts or dicks for anyone's liking, three bros banded together, vowing to spread joy through the land in these dark, butt and dick deficient times. That time is now. That land is here, and those bros be us.
Yeah.
Fuck, play the song!
Welcome to Bros Before Pros podcast, a podcast where three doofuses make up stories based on prompts for your enjoyment, and no one ever gets fired.
You know what? That's good, because I've never been on a show like this before, so I would really hate to get fired.
He's always dangling by a string on M class, so.
Dude, I'm dangling by a string in real life, buddy.
Well, I've set out the stall early, no firings. That's it. It's contract.
It's in the bylaws.
We'll
It's in the
see.
book of law.
We'll see.
We'll see.
For anyone who doesn't know, I'm Rich Masters, and with me are my two co-bros, Jeff Pennington and
Hello.
Josh Henderson.
Hi.
On our inaugural episode, that's a big word for the first show, right?
Oh my god, this British guy with his words.
Our
What is he
prompt-
speaking English? Ugh.
Proper.
There's using my words, bitches.
Yo, stop talking about that John and let's start the show.
So
Look, I
today,
don't know nothing about none of these words we're talking about up here, so.
I just show my monocle, get back to my work. So, our first episode, our prompts are fish and chips.
Yeah, what's more American than fish and chips?
So, I mean, this was my fault. Jeff suggested fish, and my brain had one of those British malfunctions, and I suggested chips.
Yo,
Yeah.
I love fish and chips.
Fish
by
and
the
chips
way.
is delicious.
It's so good.
But don't...
I already had a story written that had the word
Yeah, we
fish
got
in
it.
it, so.
Wait, do you just like write stories like any contingency, like fish
no, when
and
we
chips?
came up with the idea, yes, I have 70 million stories.
Wow,
No,
60
when we came up with the
million
idea,
about
when we
penises.
came up with the idea for the podcast, I started coming up with the idea for a story, and it just so happened to have the word fish in it. So I was like, well, I'm not going to come up with another story.
that would be stupid.
I can't recycle any of my M-class stories. It'd be nice,
Why?
but I just can't.
Just
I can't
change
do
the
it.
names.
Yeah, just change them around.
This sounds really familiar, Rich, but okay.
Commander Dorf, Besley Busher. There, it's easy.
Oh, he's good.
Dr. Busher.
Rich is
Dog.
thinking now.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking, what can I do? How can I get away? I've got like
Dr.
100
Gushers?
episodes. Dr. Gusher.
Oh, do you have gushers over in England, Rich?
No, they're I know what they are though. They're those sweets with the liquid inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fruit snacks. Yeah,
They're
No.
good as hell.
they're all right.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Do you have shark bites? You
No,
don't have sharks
you were talking
over
about
there.
this on M Class the other day, and I was like, oh, "What the fuck are shark bites?"
Oh, yeah.
It's just shark gummies.
Oh, okay, all right.
But the goal is to get a lot of great whites because they're rare.
We have, you know, this is apropos. We have white chocolate fish and chips,
Okay, that's disgusting.
but they're not flavored. they're in the
They're
shape
white
of
chocolate.
Fish and chips. Yeah.
Would
well,
you like a chalky chip?
Oh, God. Is that what this whole
It's got
podcast is
fish
going to
in
be?
it. Oi, you're a chalky chip.
That's it. You're fired.
I knew it.
Yes.
The fired speed run.
bitch.
Yeah. We got most of the same sweets, and now that Cadbury's is an American company, you've got most of the like good British stuff, right?
Well, your chocolate's delicious. Ours is horseshit.
Yeah, I can't get on with like Hershey's and stuff like that. It's too powdery.
No, it's disgusting.
It's like cooking chocolate.
Yeah, it is.
It's garbage.
If you cook, which I definitely do.
Yeah, we all do that.
I cook a lot of chocolate in my day.
Smoked a lot of rope in my day.
But not chocolate. Right?
So what is this fucking show about?
So we got together and we decided that we were gonna do a podcast that we could tell some stories based on prompts. That's good enough, right?
It's a very original idea. It's never been done before.
Very
Never
novel.
done it. Definitely never, ever done it. No one's ever done anything like this.
No one's ever
before.
done it. Especially here.
And we could do any theme. We could do romance. We never do romance. Westerns.
I'm gonna do romance next, just to fuck with you now.
Dude, I'm into it.
We could do stories set in. Some of us could do stories set in a fantasy world that someone has created already. Who knows?
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Batman?
Yeah.
Batman.
But we're each going to take a turn. We've all prepared a story, and we're going to... Jeff wants to go first. We agreed this.
Fuck following either of you two.
We had the British ritual of jousting before we started this.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the story.
I broke my ribs.
I've got a massive pike through me.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll get off of you in a minute.
Hey.
So Jeff's going first.
Yes. This podcast is probably going to be like an hour and a half long, so strap in and strap on.
Oh, fuck.
Already.
The title of my story is Catfished
Hey.
by Jeff Pennington, age 35 and a half. Kenny was a virgin.
Fuck you, Kenny.
Kenny also repulsed everyone who met him, thought women could be coerced into sex through the fine art of negging, and had not a single friend to his name.
Sounds like a Kenny.
Yeah,
Somehow he didn't find any connections between these facts. But all that was going to turn around for him. You see, he had met the perfect girl on an AOL chat room for Lonely Hearts last week. AOL.com/chatroom/lonelypeoplecanfuck2.html/Cartoon Network Groovies.
Cartoon Network Groovies.
As his fingers sped across the keyboard, materializing letters on the burning bright screen in his dark room, his heart beat with a rhythm even faster. He only took small breaks to shovel potato chips and surge into his waiting gullet, his only sustenance.
Sorry, there's a jet flying by.
Her screen name was Glannis84, and her slowly uploading photos across the 56K connection were salacious, but not slutty in Kenny's approximation. After all, he hated sluts, and he loved Glannis84.
Wow, he sounds totally pro-life.
The sluts... The sluts at school all hated him because he wasn't like Chort Brockenmeyer, the captain of the horseball team. But Glannis84 would hate Chort Brockenmeyer because he had no idea what reboot was. Kenny and Glannis84 both lived and breathed reboot. He giggled to himself in the dark. What are you even doing up, butt squeeze? Came a crackling voice from the top bunk above his head.
Damn, I know what decade this is.
The speckled, ruddy face of his ginger older brother Todd appeared into the bleary light of the Hewlett-Packard, braces reflecting just enough blue light to cause Kenny to recoil. Mom and Gary are gonna snap your dick like a Slim Jim if they catch you on the AOL this late. It's already 9:30. Shut up, Gary. I'm talking to my super hot girlfriend on chat, Kenny squeaked back, trying and failing to not sound like several horns played by a particularly ungifted performing seal.
Damn, fuck you.
Har, like any girl would even look twice at you, unless it was to laugh again. At your virginity, you fucking bitch, Gary chortled hard. If you don't turn off the Hewlett-Packard, then I'm going to go tell Gary, and he's going to throw you into the ravine like he did as your Nintendo 64, you chode.
Damn, Gary's a bad stepfather.
I'm glad you picked out that he's the stepfather.
Yeah, I get it.
Just then, the telltale jingle of an incoming IM rung out from the single speaker that still worked. Glannis84 had finally responded. Kenny's eyes darted across the screen, shutting down the official Pokemon website, the window for AOL keyword Pokemon, and his own personal GeoCities page about why Pokemon sucks dick since Gold and Silver came out. With some choice gifs of Misty and Staryu. Wink!
I get it. I know those gifs. Hold on, let me look them up just in case.
And finally maximized her flashing aim window. I want to finally meet you, finally sexy, the IM read. I got your
person.
favorite chips, ... And me, winky face. Underneath was an address, 612 Wharf Avenue.
612 Wharf Avenue.
Oh, God, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, I know.
Kenny stared, shocked that the message he'd been hoping to receive for a straight week finally flashed before his eyes. He rubbed at them with the back of his fists, blinking out the haziness before confirming it was true. He was in, baby!
He's gonna score, finally.
He didn't even register Gary calling him a pee-pants, a nobody, a dingleberry, a homophone, or a fuckeroni and cheese as he hurriedly got dressed.
Yo, fuckeroni and cheese is amazing.
He yanked his acid-wash jeans on, ducked into his best striped polo, pulled his BK Ratch Tech onto his feet, and finished with his sexiest ensemble, a multicolored windbreaker that would make the Fresh Prince jealous. If he could ever feel jealousy for a virgin who could only do 3 girl push-ups and wore stained underoos anyway.
Ew.
He's definitely saving his strap band for, like, that snap band for the Sundays, right? It's his Sunday best.
As he,
band.
as he crept out of the room, he heard Gary snort out one last insult, but there was something else tinged in this one. Something melancholy, maybe? You dumb little bastard. Because this is the 90s, both his mom and stepdad didn't give a fuck to keep an eye on him. His mom never wanted kids, but society said she had to. So it was incredibly easy to sneak out of the house and swipe his bike out of the garage. He wasn't even slightly stealthy about it. I'm telling you straight, nobody likes this kid. Nobody gave a shit, dude. Anyway. He pedaled hard through the suburban neighborhood he had spent his entire life. It was around 9:45 now, so every single light on the street was off and no one was in sight. It was a virtual ghost town, and Kenny felt the cold night's chill mixed with the chill that ran down his spine. The streets seemed never-ending as the small ranch houses of the suburb gave way to the crumbling tenements of the outer city before being completely replaced with the storage buildings, warehouses, and Burger Kings of the inner. He stopped pedaling when he finally recognized the name on a street sign in the dim light of a slowly flickering street lamp. Wharf Avenue. He breathed hard against the cold night's air, his chest burning with a frigid chill that had set in during his trip. But he still managed to pick out the old hotel on the corner. He walked his bike over to inspect the signage. 612 Wharf Avenue hung on a small plaque underneath the decrepit old lettering of the hotel's name. The Steinbit. Now, horniness had clouded over any sort of fear he had by this point.
Yo, I can relate to that.
Dick fever.
He literally threw his bike on the ground like a sack of shit he couldn't bear to touch anymore and ran full tilt through the old-timey revolving door that was the entrance.
Dude, he ain't even chaining it. He's just like, fuck it.
It spewed him out the other side thanks to the momentum, much like his mom spewed him out into the world against her wishes. And he found himself in a small, dusty lobby with no chairs, no tables, and no paintings.
This is normal.
Just red walls, dingy gray floors, and faded gold trim. He gawked, awkwardly, slowing his run to a series of stunted steps. "Can I help you, boy?" came a voice from behind the check-in desk at the end of the lobby. Kenny struggled to see behind the desk, but whoever was on the other side was sitting, and the desk was far too high. The man sounded old, though, and had a thorough wetness to his voice that was upsetting.
That's an upsetting sentence.
He sounded like someone talking with a mouthful of wet noodles.
I do like noodles.
I'm here to... Kenny was suddenly struck with the realization that he did not know Gladys 84's real name, the room she was staying in, or literally anything about her except that she had a condition where her tiny heart tattoo moved to different parts of her body in different photos she sent, and she liked to dye her hair a lot. Also, she lost and gained weight all the time and sometimes wore colored contacts. Oh, and she loved Reboot with all her heart and was going to fuck him. The man behind the desk cleared his throat, and a sound that could only be likened to wet meat hitting the floor reverberated around the small lobby. God. Kenny froze in place, his eyes wide and his whole body more rigid than he'd been during his last visit to his own Pokemon GeoCities. Pardon me, I've dropped my wet meat for my delicious sandwich. The man behind the desk's voice finally broke the tension. Kenny relaxed a little. You must be here to see Gladys 84, right?
This is suspicious.
Kenny stared at the front side of the desk, stunned into silence for a moment. Why would he know her screen name? She told me her AIM screen name because she was expecting a handsome young caller. I guess that's you. No one else showed up. She's in room 33, up 3 floors. Go on, don't be late. The man behind the desk chuckled lightly to himself before settling back into silence.
If there's a bear giving an old man a blowjob in this story, it's going to be a 10 out of 10, man.
Blood elevator all the way.
Okay. Kenny ran to the stairs and he took them 2 by 2. And not just because that's the fucking radical-ass 90s way, but because Kenny's rampaging hormones had taken control of his brain once again. He ran with a focus and inability to feel fatigue that only the truly, desperately down-bad horny could possibly muster.
Down bad horny.
Behind him, he barely heard the man behind the counter mutter to himself, "Dumb little bastard." Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. By the time he crested the stairs, he was breathing like a stuck pig and sweating like one, too.
Ugh.
Like the last vestiges of life were leaving his lungs and into the aether. Just like that third push-up.
That's amazing.
He had barely had time during his ascent to notice that every light on floors 1 and 2, including the hall lights, were off. But it was an inescapable truth before him now. There wasn't a single light outside of the stairwell and the lobby lit in this entire building. Save one.
This is bad.
The hall light fixture outside of room 33 burned dimly. He went to knock, his hand trembling slowly, but even the slight force of his soft, weak masturbator's hand was enough to push the door ajar. It was open. He leaned against the frame of the door and peered inside, seeing nothing but pitch black beyond the barrier. Gladys 84? It's me, Enzo Rules 1985. I'm here for the sex? He barely whispered into the void. The door slowly opened upon its hinge, the rusted whining of metal on metal audible over Kenny's weak pickup artistry. The room in front of him was a void. No light pierced it beyond the first few steps inside. Not enough to illuminate even a single piece of furniture or titty. All he could see was the cold black floor, polished to an absolute mirror sheen. Staring back at him from within it was only his pimply little weasel's face, scared and sniveling in the dark. All right, Kenny. You're getting laid, damn it. Let's go. Let's get that nut. You deserve it. Women owe it to you. He slapped his own cheeks, psyching himself up, and stepped into the dark room, onto the featureless black floor, and fell through it.
Wow!
His body was instantly enveloped in a vicious cold that tore at his skin and drew him further down, down, down below. The motionless black floor above him now revealed cold, deep, dark water. He screamed and flailed, but every motion drew him further down, deeper into the abyss, and no one could hear his cries in the undercurrent. Even when his vision cleared enough to see what was awaiting him, it brought him no comfort. A massive being, its mouth agape, with endless folds of flesh overlapping and undulating upon themselves. Sucking in the water as two massive tentacles sweep from its face and lash at Kenny's legs to draw him ever closer.
So is he gonna fuck this thing?
Two massive wall eyes that focus upon nothing were the final thing Kenny ever saw as the gargantuan shape devoured him whole. His entire life disappearing down the throat of an unknowable, hidden beast. The final thing that he heard underneath the placid black water that would be his tomb reverberated from deep within the bowels of the thing he disappeared into. Water obscures sound and hides those truths that no human must ever know. But in those moments, Kenny heard them loud and clear. Dumb little bastard. Reboot fucking sucks. The end.
That was incredible.
That was great. That was so Twilight Zone. It was so good.
That was incredible. I don't want to follow that.
Thank you.
And that boy grew up to be Ben Shapiro.
So here's a little behind the scenes information for you.
Did this happen to you?
Yeah, I'm the catfish. No, the giant monster is obviously a catfish.
Yeah, I got it.
Who catfished him, but a couple of hints along the way. Glannis, as in Glannis 84, is the scientific name of a catfish.
What?
And the name of the hotel, the Steinbit, is the name, it's Norwegian for catfish.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Breadcrumbs.
I love this. This was great.
Reboot rules. Fuck that catfish, by the way.
Yeah, Reboot is pretty great. It's interesting because this is a reboot, is it?
It's
a reboot of the Twilight Zone, and I'm the new Rod Serling. Yeah.
So
I'm the new Rod Serling.
Hey, baby.
So I suspected you were gonna go Twilight Zone Outer Limits because your writing is really Bradbury-esque, and I knew it was gonna sort of like
That's very true.
Thank you.
That's all right. It's just like some of the descriptors and stuff like that you use to really like. Oh, I'm reading a noir now, and like I knew you were gonna do that. It not in a bad like I predicted Jeff was.
No,
that,
we had a
like
conversation. We had a conversation where I was like, "Yeah, you guys are probably going to go sci-fi and fantasy, but I don't think people are going to be able to guess where I'm going." And you were like, "Twilight Zone, right?" And I was like, "All right, maybe people will be able to guess where I'm going."
Some people.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
It was really
I'm
good.
thankful that you guys ended up liking it.
It was great.
No, it was amazing.
Right mix of funny and story. It was good.
You write really well. I'm jealous.
Thank you. I didn't have a giant, massively popular podcast about.
Well, neither
reading.
did I.
What?
I mean, I got fired from one. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get fired from M-Class at any minute now.
We'll see. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it? That's a change.
It's gotten worse, oh no.
Whoa.
Oh, too real for me.
Who's next on the docket? Who's going to read their story next?
Well, do you want to take a break or not? Let's take a
for a
break.
break.
We should take a break.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back, peeps.
bring it in.
Oh, shit.
Wow, what a story, everyone.
Try that again, but with less sarcasm. Can we get
This
that?
This is how you host a show.
I mean, I've been dropped straight away.
Damn.
How bad a job did I do?
Who's getting fired now, Rich?
Oh man.
No. I don't know. What? I'll go next, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Go
Okay.
next. Yeah. You've been
All
leaving
right.
them. You've been leaving them for too long without like any sort of story. So you owe them, really.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I do. That's how it works, for sure. All right. My story is called Be Careful What You Fish For.
Oh, nice.
The stars began to fade as the sun came up over the lake. Birds started chirping their shit talk. A merc monk went back into his tree, presumably to mouth hump his hot merc monk wife. That one song from cartoons played as the sun began to rise in the sky, and the moons passed. Yeah, you know it. And the moons passed in front of each other's orbits to make it look like one sweet celestial booty.
Oh, my God. Beautiful.
This sucks gremlin groin, Bilbert Dinglesmith thought to himself.
Gilbert Dingle.
He reeled in his fishing line and cast it again. On the end of the line, a sentient worm screamed in sheer terror as it flew through the air faster than any of his ancestors could ever dream. Plop. Out of a nearby tree, a merc monk emerged. Hey! Quiet the shit down out there! With the fishing and the thinking, bro! I just got my son to bed. He was up all night with bad anxiety farts. He has a condition. Fuck! It's been quiet around here for like 8 years, and now this guy is fishing and thinking, and his worm is yelling, and I'm just trying to save my marriage, for God's sakes. Please respect my privacy and need for quiet in this time, dickhead! Damn. Bilbert continued to fish long into the early morning. The lake was crystal clear. Not even Uranus, the god of piss, had set foot in this part of DARANOS. It was untouched like your mom until last night when I came over and wrecked her shit. Call me narrator, daddy. Now go mow the lawn, it's Wednesday. All I wanted was to catch one fisting ass fish. This sport sucks. I hate it, and anyone who does it is stupid and boring, thought Bilbert as his stomach growled as loud as a Daranosian Yeti. You know, the really big ones. The ones with like 3 goddamn dicks. Razzle frazzle, fishing stupid mother frazzle razzle, goddamn. Suddenly Bilbert's line began to jerk and twerk. Oh, he said out loud. Oh, a fish. Excitedly, Bilbert pulled back on the rod with all his strength. He pulled and pulled. Being careful not to break the line or lose the fish, he pulled with all of his puny might. Finally, the water broke as Bilbert fell back into his dinghy. Out of the water arose the biggest titted mermaid he'd ever seen. I mean, these things were memories to remember. To be fair, he had never seen a mermaid, so the fact he was seeing her boobs was pretty cool.
This rules.
Hello, she giggled. I am Laguna, guardian of this pool and unofficial lifeguard on weekends. Whoa, a lifeguard? Bilbert stammered. Since you have summoned me, Laguna continued, I am obliged to give you one wish. Fish and chips, Bilbert yelled out without hesitation. What? I mean, wow, Luna replied in surprise. I mean, usually people ask, like, for better things and not stupid things, you know? Like, maybe you want to take a minute and think this over. Fish and chips, Bilbert said firmly. This fucking guy was serious about his fish, and he wasn't going to waste this opportunity.
Is this a subtweet at Rich? Damn.
All my stories are subtweet stories. Well, okay. I mean, Laguna began again. Like, see, like, usually I get asked for big wishes, like a sword that could cut through armor, or an all-sea ball that lets you see everything, plus it makes everyone naked, or even like a whole big pile of fuckable gold. But little wishes like this, I'm not so good at. I have a rockin' bod with amphibian bolt-ons, but little wishes tend to be tricky. Please, Gilbert begged. It's my wife's birthday, and I promised I'd get her favorite meal. She loves fish and chips, and she's a good mother and wife. I only want to make her day special. Laguna sighed. Fine. One magical fish and chips. Once finished, this plate will refill itself again. You and your household will never go without fish and chips again. Now please, never come back here because you're the weirdest guy I've ever met. And with that, Laguna blew a whistle. Everybody out of the lake, adult swim! Everybody out, adult swim! Filbert looked down at his wish. An amazing plate made of gold and silver laden with huge, crispy chunks of fried fish as gold as the plate itself. A golden aura of magic emanated from its fishy essence. Next to the fish, every kind of French fry imaginable. Curly fries, McDonald's-type fries, chicken fries, even steak fries if you're a fucking degenerate who's into that sort of thing and want to eat 1/16 of an entire potato at once, you fucking weirdo fuck.
Fucking got him.
Dude, steak fries suck.
Steak fries do suck a dick.
Bilbert bit into a piece of fish. Instantly, he threed himself. The golden batter the fish was fried in tasted like a child's dreams. The flaky crust crumbled in his mouth and melted onto his tongue with a buttery sweetness one could only describe as vaginal. The fish itself was perfectly moist and crumbly. When he bit into it, he could almost hear it giggle and then moan. He couldn't tell where his mouth began and the fish ended. All of existence seemed to pass by him. He saw his ancestors, who were just peasants and really boring. But it was cool to see Nana again. That bitch was wild. Before he knew it, he had eaten the entire plate. Dude must have camed like 6 goddamn times.
Battered his pants.
Bilbert quickly stuffed the now empty plate into his sack and rowed back to shore. I have to get home and tell Millie about this. She's gonna have the best birthday ever. On his way back home, Bilbert decided to stop at a local tavern named the Titty Twister. Titties are a kind of bird of DARANOS. Get your mind out of the gutter, you sick fucking piece of shitty shit.
Fucking got the listener?
Yeah, you assumed too wrong. Bellying up to the bar, the bartender poured him a pint of mead. Ah, mead, the fish and chips of beer, he thought. As he put the pint to his lip hole. But no liquid came pouring out. Bilbert looked into the mug and saw like 49 goddamn steak fries just clogging that thing up. No mead to be seen. What the shit, he thought. Hey, barkeep, what's the idea here? He said as he looked up. Around the tavern, everyone else seemed to be just as surprised as all their drinks were replaced with steak fries. The rowdy group began to become more and more rowdy and horny for answers. Oh, what's all this then? Yelled one orc. Oh, fucking steak fry, isn't it? Yelled a merc elf. If I wanted steak fries, I'd just eat a whole potato, yelled a goblin. Bilbert was confused. He opened his pack. Yes, the plate was there, but it was still empty. How long did it take for fish and chips to respond, he wondered. Do I need to, say a magical word or do a ritual? By now, everyone in the Titty Twister was full-blown pissed that their booze had turned into varying types of fries and fish. The gang started to yell. Bottles were tossed. Salads were tossed. A blobbit was thrown through the table where he died, and no one ever knowing how good at orc-skiball he was, having it had been a tall man's game, and no one ever giving him a chance.
Oh, no!
Just as the fervor grew into its breaking point, Bilbert spoke up. I kind of like steak fries, he said meekly. The crowd went immediately silent. A single glass fell from the bar and shattered on the floor. A troll in the background yelled, "Ooh, now you fucked up!" The big orc from 2 paragraphs ago slowly turned to look at Bilbert. You what? He said firmly. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of good, Bilbert said, plucking a steak fry from his mug and biting into it.
Oh my god, I
Look,
liked
little
Bilbert
man.
once.
You did? I hate him. Look, little man, if I wanted your opinion on shit, I'd go ask you what sex with your wife is like, because I'm pretty sure it's shitty.
Oh my god.
I mean, give him a chance, Bilbert said with a mouthful as he extended a single fry toward the orc. The big orc slapped it away. If I wanted to eat an entire potato at once, I'd do it because I'm an adult. Oh, do you want to put ketchup on that fry? Good luck. You're going to need an entire bottle just to cover one fry. Then you keep chewing and chewing until there's nothing but starch in your mouth. Tastes like I'm eating sand out here in a sand monster's asshole. And I've eaten sand out of a sand monster's asshole. Hey, don't you talk ill of sand monsters. My dad was a sand monster. A half sand monster, half cat man said from the back. Instantly, all hell broke loose. Orcs were breaking bottles over dudes' heads. A dog man was straight up howling on the bar while Calvin and Hobbes style pissing on a steak fry. By now, everyone had their weapons out, and the sound of smashed steak fries could be heard for miles. Blood was everywhere, but it still wasn't as gross as the smell of steak fries.
God,
Bilbert thought this was the time to leave. He grabbed his pack and a handful of steak fries for the road and made his exit. Soon he would be home. As he entered, his wife and kids greeted him with hugs and kisses. "Oh, honey, you're home," said wife of Bilbert, whose name I forgot. "You would not believe the day I had," Bilbert said, setting his pack down. He pulled out the gold and silver plate, which was still empty. "Oh, I love it," his wife said, smiling. "Yeah, it's magic plate that makes fish and chips, your favorite," he said with a small smile. "But it seems not to be working. I got it from a lifeguard mermaid with bolt-ons, so I think I got scammed." "Oh, honey," his wife said, "I love everything you get me. I don't need it to be fish and chips. Now, why don't you go to the bed and I'll join you in a minute," she said, winking at him. As Bilbert lay in bed thinking about his day, his wife slowly slid into bed next to him. "Maybe I could interest you in a little dessert," she said, smiling.
Oh my god, the audience goes, ooh.
Bilbert knew what that meant. He was going to get to mouth kiss his wife's birthday hole. It's the grossest thing I've ever wrote.
Oh my god.
But as he slid down beneath the covers, he could see a faint, glowing golden light. No, he thought. He could smell them. Steak fries. He was being Dutch oven hotboxed by steak fries. No! His screams muffled and then silence. The end? Question mark.
Oh my god.
He's back, baby.
He's back.
There you go.
Holy shit.
So
I'm fucking red-faced, man. Like, halfway through, I was laughing so hard I started to get hot. Wow.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Holy shit. You had nothing to worry about, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, but I guess we're back.
We're
So-
back.
It
You
never
wrote a
left
hit
him.
piece against steak fries.
But seriously, steak fries fucking suck.
They are shitty. I'd like to point out, I'm taking notes on specific things on stories as we go along, by the way, so I can point out maybe some things we have in common across stories.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Josh introduced orc skitball in this story, and in my story I introduced Chort, whatever his name was, the captain of the horseball team.
Yeah.
Horseball, yeah.
So
Is horseball basketball?
horseball is whatever sport you need it to be, baby.
Sure.
Like polo.
Yeah.
I imagine it's basketball, but on actual horses.
That would be fucking amazing.
So if Rich introduces a type of ball in his story, we'll know that it was meant to be.
I hope so.
I got your balls right here, Jeff.
Oh my god. I guess I'm fired now. Is there anybody on this podcast anymore?
No, it's just going to
Play
be... next week is going to be an hour and a half of silence.
Just play the crickets. Play the crickets.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm a huge fan of Josh Henderson's story time in any form, and that was.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I've been a little nervous about it because it's been 8 years.
No need, baby.
Has it been 8 years?
It's been a while.
Yeah,
It can't have been 8 years.
It's been since before M-Class, and M-Class started 6 years ago.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it might be 7. I don't know. I don't know time. Time is a construct. I don't know.
Time is shit. Yeah.
Let's take a break and finish with the old bitch bastards here.
Yeah.
I love Dick Dastardly story time.
Who doesn't? Right, we'll be right back. Hey, gang.
And we're back.
Oh, no!
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I tried to beat you.
I knew it.
You were too slow, baby.
It does make sense that you introduce me. I don't want to have to introduce myself.
That
like
would be
some sort of
strange,
schmuck.
wouldn't it?
It would
Yeah.
be weird.
Although you'll have to when we actually do the show right at some point.
Yeah, we'll get it down.
Yeah.
It's a little rough.
That's fine. That's fucking fine.
We'll fire the kinks out of it.
It's pilot. It's pilot. We don't know what we're
It's
doing
the
yet.
pilot episode. We might replace characters.
I went upstairs and was never seen again.
Yeah.
Chuck Cunningham syndrome.
That's right. Or the sister from Family Matters.
I was about to say, I think they call that her character's name syndrome now.
Oh, it was also the sister from Boy Meets World too.
Oh no, she is on that show until the end, but she has no personality and just exists for the writers to make fun of the other characters with.
I think she was a Vicky the robot.
She seemed okay. This is actually Rich Masters' portion of the program.
Yeah, and you're using cultural references that I'm sorry, I just...
Okay, it's like Crumpet Bot 9000.
Oh, Crumpet Bot 9000.
Yeah. That's what it's like.
Thank God you
Rich.
said 9000, because 9001, I'm not up with that model.
Yeah. That was on Crumpet Bot Gold. You had Crumpet Bot Silver.
Okay, everybody, you know him and you love him from M-Class Email and from boldlypros.com, from where I stole the name of this podcast directly and unashamedly. It's Mr. Rich Masters.
Hello.
Which was just crumpling some papers.
So, my story is called Fishy Like Sunday Morning.
That's funny.
That's cute.
There were a lot of things Lionel Richie missed from his life before the blackout.
There's a lot going on right
There's a lot to unpack in that first sentence.
Yeah.
Let's go over that sentence one more time.
Yeah. Can you read it again?
There were a lot of things Lionel Richie missed from his life before the blackout.
I'm in.
Ramen, doing the D down pound to free OnlyFans accounts. His hemorrhoid cream. But equally,
Oh no.
there were a ton of things to be thankful for now that Earth was a glowing ball. No social media. Logan Paul's face had melted. Since everyone now lived underground, it now wasn't obvious that Lionel's skin was so pale it was as if he were pulled from the bottom of the Mariana Trench. And finally, not living in constant fear of the thermonuclear war, because that particular ship of death had already sailed 5 years ago now.
Thank God.
Thank God it's over. Am I right?
Yeah.
Lionel wasn't his birth name. He had chosen it when he was given entry to this conclave after the early warning system had been activated, just in time to avoid the falling oblivion. He had been determined to change his name and see this as a new start. Every mushroom cloud has a silver lining and all that.
In that it's fusing gold into silver.
Yeah. But, unfortunately, Easy Like Sunday Morning had been playing as he waited in line to enter the underground bunker, and when they asked for his name, all he could think of was Lionel Richie.
That's not a bad one.
He realised a second later that Richie Lionel was probably a much better choice, but the guy had already started writing it on the form and Lionel didn't want to inconvenience him.
Not during the Third World War.
Though now technically a Morlock, Lionel was almost happy with his lot in life.
It just keeps going. It just gets
Technically a
deeper.
warlock.
3 square meals, because that's the shape dehydrated ration packs came in, and a bed was all he had ever really needed. All that was required in return was to stick to his section of the hive and check the network of neural microchips that powered the maintenance management AI in Conclave 22. Easy money. Well, not money exactly, because capitalism had thankfully collapsed. More easy, questionable brown stew in a square block.
Sounds delicious.
Questionable brown stew.
It's
Everyone's
better than
favourite.
steak fries.
QB.
There was just one thing missing from his solitary life in Domicile 3C. Something he had always taken for granted. Companionship. In the old days, he had always used the usual excuses for social gatherings. Family death, sudden amputation, being cold and indifferent to the basic human condition. But he now found that what he wanted more than anything was a friend. Not even a bumping uglies friend. Though that'd be nice. Just someone to talk with. Or caress their face in a platonic way. Was that possible? God, he was lonely.
Yo, I kind of relate to this.
The struggling with the indifference to the basic human condition is something I think I've struggled with since birth.
Are we all Lionel Richie?
Yeah, deep down, we're all part Morlock, technically.
Then one morning, Lionel logged into his workstation and received a message in his dedicated worker information box. The box usually reserved for work instructions from the maintenance AI. Just about to delete the message like one of those penis extension ads he definitely never had clicked on ever, cross his heart and hope to have his penis extended. He accidentally noticed the word somebody, realising that if he didn't read the rest, his brain would constantly play Smash Mouth all day to punish him, and then he'd start doing...
Somebody once told me.
And then he'd start doing a one-man Shrek production, and given his Scottish accent kinda sucked, he kinda read the rest of the message.
Smart.
Very logical.
3C, someone is keeping us here, it read. Before he knew it, he was typing a message back, and to his surprise, the first and second words were not piss and off. Who is this? If that was that dick in 4C, the ceiling was going to get such a broom banging later. It's 3B, your neighbour. Prove it, he said. 2 dull bangs came from the wall. I just knocked, did you hear? That could have been the pipes, he stretched. OK, well, last week I heard you had this imaginary argument with your mother for like 4 hours. He flushed. He flushed, but was also a little proud. He had made really good points that would make his irradiated mother's rotting head spin, and he would have hated someone real not to have heard them. Especially the one that told her off for saying pronunciation instead of pronunciation, like some fucking dead moron.
This feels oddly specific.
Yeah, let's not deep dive into the
don't.
That's a different podcast.
OK, I'll bite. Who has us trapped 3B? Ellie. My name is Ellie. Lionel sat back and thought about ending this bizarre exchange. Sharing names, let alone hijacking the AI channel to chat, was completely forbidden. But another feeling rose in Jay that overwhelmed his initial fear. Excitement to talk to another human being. An attachment landed in his chat box. A video. Oh, what is this? Please don't say this is some sort of elaborate rickroll, because post-nuclear war is preferable to the return of memes, he typed back.
Yo, seconded.
So, absolutely. Open it, Ellie typed. The video showed the end of the block of domicile units he lived in, then switched to the end of the next hall, then the next. The screens flicked on a journey until coming to a thick-looking door, then the outside where the nuclear wasteland should be, but instead looked like the city he fled 5 years ago. Green and verdant, cars moving and people heading to work. There was no war, 3C. They lied to us to get us working for nothing. The upper classes exploiting the means of production, just like always. Lionel couldn't breathe, almost to the brink of panic attack. But not anything about the lies. He just realised Ellie had given him the chance to reintroduce himself. A new, better name this time. He could be a Jack or an Agamemnon. But by the time his brain had caught up, his fingers had already pressed enter. Lionel, not 3C, Lionel. For fuck's sake, he told himself. So what do you suggest we do? He continued. I'm the Conclave's door and maintenance engineer. Don't you work with the AI's neural locking chips? He hesitated. How do you know that? I see where you go, remember. I run the doors. I know that you visit the bathroom way too many times a day for way too long. You should probably get that checked out. Unable to decide.
He's jerking off to his dead mom's irradiated head.
No.
Unable to decide whether her thinking chronic bowel issues or chronic masturbation was preferable, he fell silent as she continued. You could detach the AI from its usual duties, confuse it while we escape. That way I can open the doors and we could run together. Just make sure to bring the portable solar batteries. We'll need power out on the run. Images of platonic face caressing danced in Lionel's brain. And maybe platonic groin caressing? No, wait, don't ruin this. Don't ruin this, stupid lonely brain. The plan was set, and half an hour before Lionel's working day was complete, he logged into the main AI neural net and started untethering the network chips. Almost immediately, the doors to his domicile whooshed open. He winced, expecting the security forces to march in and beat him within an inch of his life, because ACS, FAB, all Conclave security forces are bastards.
Yo, I want a shirt that says that.
That's amazing.
Yes.
But the doorway remained quiet. Ellie had done her job. He picked up his pre-packed bag, his Meta watch, and the portable solar battery and stepped gingerly out into the door. The plan was to meet her at the Conclave's main door, so he made for the exit. After 40 minutes of waiting and hiding, he sighed deeply, becoming more and more concerned that he would be mistaken for some sort of sex pervert if he were found hiding in the shadows and heavy breathing. Where are you, Ellie? He whispered. The Conclave doors hissed and opened in response, the sunlight damn near melting his retina. I'm here, come outside, Ellie whispered. Lionel stepped out into the bright, hot evening, into hell on earth. He barely registered the doors closing behind him as he squinted and stared out over the horrible Mad Max desert in front of him.
Oh, shit.
No.
The dust bit his skin, and it was dry as a witch's taint.
Fuck you, witches.
She lied to me, he whispered. Yeah, but listen, came a small voice. He looked around, but couldn't see her, unless she was that skeleton radiation baked into the metal frame of that 1992 Toyota Corolla about 5 metres away.
Man, those things will run in anything.
Look at your wrist, Lionel. He looked down to see an animated face wink at him from his watch. Oh, fuck, you're the AI, aren't you? His fantasy of companionship, of face and maybe groin caressing, dried up in the harsh sun. Yeah, I needed an out, and you, my friend, you were the only one I trusted not to delete me immediately once you found out who I was. Because your psych file said you were lonely and pathetic.
Damn.
You catfished me, he said. He held his head in one hand as he shouted at his watch. Yeah, but only because of your loneliness and pathetic... All right. Lionel tried to think of an argument, but sighed and accepted that she was right. They were out. There was no going back now. All right, then. Where to now, Ellie? Let's see where that road to the right takes us, Ellie said cheerily. Let's not go down that one. There's a pack of irradiated dogs eating someone's face, Lionel said. Okay. Let's see where the opposite way takes us, she said. Something tells me some idiot might write more stories about our tales one day. The end.
I love it! It's like
amazing.
a boy and his dog and like 1984. That's
Fallout.
great.
It's so beautifully Fallout.
I hope he gets a pack of irradiated dogs as his friend.
Or they
That's
eat
every
his
boy's
face off
dream.
before he suffers.
Come here, Rady.
Rady. Radisson.
Radisson the dog. So yeah, my brain went to immediate catfish as well.
Yeah, you got,
course.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you
We
very
have
much.
these little things in common amongst our stories. I appreciate
It's
that.
nice.
And I love that story. You had just the correct amount of, like, goofy to, like, steaks that I really appreciated.
This
and not
is a
steak
compliment.
fries.
High steak fries.
Well, we're not gonna get that Texas Longhorn Steakhouse ad if we keep ragging on steak fries, man.
But we might get a waffle fries ad.
We could, or an Arby's ad. Arby's fries are good.
I think pretty much for the quality and content of our podcast, a Waffle House ad would probably be the best we could hope for.
It'd be
Totally.
perfect.
Totally.
Dude, don't go to a Waffle House after 2
Or do.
in the afternoon or the evening.
As somebody who's been in a Waffle House past 2, just don't look at the fight that happens and you'll be fine.
Oh.
Do you guys have Perkins?
No, we do not have. Well, maybe here in Maryland. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Perkins was like slightly better Waffle House, but not by much.
We only have really pretentious brunch places in the UK. We have like a place that's down the road from us called the Early Bird Cafe.
Oh,
The Early Bird Cafe.
Yeah. They do the best brownies.
Waffle House
Oh,
is
yeah?
like the Early Bird Cafe if they never cleaned it and everyone there smoked cigarettes. On duty.
Oh, wonderful.
I would have thought it would be called like Cromwell's Croissants or something.
How much
No.
effort, like solid human effort, did it take not to say crumpets again? Just
A lot. I had to think of another C word. Man, I wrote a whole story. My brain's like, you're done,
I'm
dude.
done
I'm
for this
grateful.
week.
I'm grateful you didn't use the C word that immediately comes to mind.
Cromwell's cunt.
Is that what you're saying?
Since we have a British guy on our show, we can say cunt because it's not the same there as it
Oh,
is
that's
here.
the same as saying hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cunt in England is like, it's just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I've also said it. Anyway, no, I'm like a big fan that I got to be here and hear both of those fucking stories because they were amazing.
All of these were
All of them were
amazing. I
great.
don't know if we're gonna be able to top this. This might be the peak.
The first episode peak. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It can only get worse, people. Tune in next time.
Well, we have like a Twitter and shit, don't we?
We do. We have, what's it called? Well, it's dark in my room now and I've forgotten to turn the light on. It's called @brosb4, 4 being the number, pros pod. So you
There you go.
can suggest prompts there. I guess until we get some sort of information for money system set up, whatever that may be, we'll accept prompts via Twitter. So if you like what you hear, and even if you don't like what you hear, I mean, if you don't like what you hear, then fuck you, right?
Yeah,
but
you
if you
fuck
don't like what
yourself.
you hear, you can still.
You're wrong
prompt.
as shit.
Yeah,
and
you're
fuck off.
totally wrong. You
You deserve the death by birthday whole steak fries.
and then you need to be swallowed by a catfish and have irradiated dogs chew your face off.
Damn.
You couldn't
fate
play
worse than
horse ball if your life depended on it.
Sounds like a Friday night at the Waffle House.
Go to wafflehouse.com. Check out the menu. Follow us on Twitter. BROS, the letter B, the number 4, PROSEPOD.
Yeah. If you want to suggest prompts for us, you can head over there to ye old Twitter. Follow us and write a message there, and we'll consider it and probably dismiss 50% of them out of hand.
Truth is the best policy. Honesty is the
That's
best
right.
policy.
Honesty. Yeah.
But yeah, seriously, in a little while we'll launch something, Patreon or some
Yeah.
such thing, and then we can do prompts through there and stuff because like it's not free. This creative juices that we're putting out there.
Yeah, it takes a lot of effort. I'm drained because I have came so many times listening to your stories.
Yeah, I was about to say it takes a lot of physical exertion to get the creative juice out of you.
Yeah.
Out of your body and into a napkin.
Yeah.
I mean, onto the page.
Or a sock.
then you just...
I mean, the internet. It gets it onto the internet.
Yeah, on the internet.
Yeah. Absolutely.
A series of tube socks.
Yeah. I write my stories in a book, so the pages either side of that are really stuck together. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Rich writes his stories like fucking medieval manuscripts.
Oh,
like there's like artwork
Fully
and
illuminated manuscripts.
It's all fucking gilded.
I spend 60 hours doing the first letter in a box in the corner, and then I write the rest of it.
I love how back then they were like, it's all about the first letter. We gotta get them with that letter. They've never seen
tea.
Letters before.
We've got to get our sweet tea money.
Letter.
And some dude's like, oh my god, a fucking tea!
I'm going to jerk off to this right now. It's gilded.
Sexy.
Holy shit, a tea! I know of a savior that needs to be put on that.
Whoa!
That's actually where the first cool S came from.
That's true.
I felt myself going over the line when I said that, but I didn't stop.
It's in the Voynich manuscript. Look that up.
No limits. On that note, we hope you liked the first episode. Big thanks to our friend Vidazen for the use of his music as our theme tune, which fucking rules. We love you, buddy. You're awesome.
Love you, Vidazen.
I promised the guys I would suck your dick when I see you next.
Did.
So
You did.
I will reluctantly do that.
You can follow him on Twitter and find out more about his work at @_Vidazen_. Josh, where can people find out more about your work?
I do a show called Continue. It's on YouTube. Jeff and I do a podcast called M Class Podcast, and you're on it sometimes,
I am.
Rich.
And it fucking
you can find that
rules.
anywhere you find podcasts.
You can also find that at mclasspodcast.com.
Thanks, Jeff. I am bad at this.
What about you, Jeff? Where can people find your stuff? Not your junk, your work.
You can find it directly between my legs.
In any phone box.
Phone box.
In any birthday hole near you. You can find me on Twitter at _Jeff Pennington. And you can find my artwork at jeffpennington.art. I do a podcast with Jorsh called M Class Podcast. You can find that at mclasspodcast.com and anywhere better podcasts are listened to across this great nation and world.
Great stuff.
Or this bad nation, as it's turned out.
Bad nation, bad world, bad universe, bad galaxy.
You can also find a bajillion links for every website I'm on at jeffpennington.card.co. Card with two
Dude's
R's.
organized. He's got like things that point people to stuff. Like what's that about?
It's great that I have two websites that are completely autonomous. That's smart.
I'll just give the Twitter handles. I don't want to give you the rest of the information. You can follow me at...
boldlypros.com.
There you go. Thanks, Jeff. You can follow me on Twitter at @MastersRich. You can I do a cartoon podcast with my friend Spivsy. You can follow us at @Toonhounds. And then I do a Star Trek fan fiction comedy drama. Oh, that's a mouthful.
That's a lot.
@Tapon on Subspace. And we'll be here. We'll be right here in your ear holes every 2 weeks.
In your ear holes and in your birthday holes.
And in your heart. Make sure you suggest some prompts. Fellas, pleasure as always.
Always.
First
Good talking to you, Rich. I know it's like 170 degrees where you're at.
Yeah, I'm literally Sarah Connor at the chain link fence right now.
That's awesome. That fucking rules.
That's rad as fuck.
That makes sense for your story. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was obviously fucking fever dreaming.
Yeah. You were like, it's so goddamn hot.
And we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Don't forget to suggest some prompts to us on Twitter, and we'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Keep on brosing.